Alright. Good. Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite show. Your favorite Thursday show on Twitch, of course. I am Josh Sokol, and I'm here to play Scrabble. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm here for. So let's warm up with this computer thing and wait until the people pour in. Alright, 3 minutes for Grandmaster. That's way too loud. Ibex. Okay, I feel like there's a word here. It's restore. Is there another word other than restore? Maybe. And through this I. Yeah, I'm just gonna play restore because this is a quick game, remember? Okay, ventures. Ventures. That's it. Get to play it. Alright, now that's a bad rack. That's what you deserve after 2 opening bingos. AIIOSUU. Not much to do other than to exchange. So that's what we're gonna do. Why don't we keep ourselves with just an S? Alright, that's a lot better. Great. Hopefully the stream is working. Gavit comes down. I almost have like some Basenji stuff. We're still ahead a little bit, but anything can happen at this point in the game. Have some nice scoring options for next turn. Okay, Tenorman gives us beautiful spot to bingo. Now we're in a commanding lead of 75 points. Who would have thought that bingoing would be so bad for the Grandmaster in that position? Okay, wig. Urchin. Hey, how's it going, Henny? You're the first person here. Unchain. Come on. This is crazy play. Probably shouldn't make it. If I get triple on, I deserve it fully. I didn't realize the 2 blanks were still out. Really shouldn't have done that. Okay, total it. That's one of the blanks. Hero over. Wow. I gotta do better than this. How's it going, people? Okay, I drew the other blank. I have 1 minute left. How's it going, Tricky Ricky? Cats and Kinder. Chris donates a lot. Jellamocos. Okay. I think we're hopefully gonna pull this one off. We'll see. It's looking pretty good. These letters are terrible. Upskill, nice play. I'm gonna play Yupon. I draw the Q. I have spots for it. Okay. And I drew the L. Some crazy letters unseen there. Do I have an out? Yeah, so Quaff comes down. I just need to go out. Early. There we are. This is Collins. Wait, that's not a word. Milor. Um, I mean, I don't have to go out. I just want to. Hmm. All right. Well, I didn't see any outplays. Oh, Royal played right there. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Well, it doesn't go out either. And yeah, I always had better outplays. What a crazy game to start things off. 480, 455. Heads up. What's up, Wander 15? 10% cooler than Gramercy? Sorry, the ranked. I saw Gramercy and I'd never played it, so I played it. It was probably better play to play Grammar. I'm so confused, Katzenkinder. Okay. You were in St. Louis, Katzenkinder? Had I known, I had no idea. No, I'm not streaming from the hotel, so I'm back in, I didn't know you lived in St. Louis. Are you kidding me? What? I was there for like 5 days. Why didn't you hit me up? I didn't know you lived there. I guess I did know that at some point. I'm sorry, Katzenkinder. That's so funny. Is I wasn't trying to avoid you. Of course, we're gonna see each other in like 2 days. But like, we would have hang. Ah, that's so annoying. We should have hung out. So no, I'm back in Naperville right now. Until tomorrow. Flying out tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Flight works out. For those wondering what everyone is asking me about, the Scrabble Players Championship starts tomorrow, kind of. Registration is tomorrow. The games start on Saturday. And yeah, it's another championship. So you guys better be ready for the coverage. Um, it's gonna be great. That's all I can say. It's gonna be great. Kinder taking care of a lot of it again, the bulk of it, and I can't wait. Hopefully, I'll be featured this time. We'll see. But yeah, I'm here back in the Chicago area until I fly out to Baltimore tomorrow, where the championship is taking place. Scrabble Players Championship, Baltimore, Maryland. What else? Someone send me a challenge. How's everyone doing? I know Jelmux is already there. Chris Tony Slot saying World Series of Poker. It's funny. I hope this like camera, like the light keeps changing. I hope everything's fine there. I'll look straight at you guys. Hope the light is good. Yeah, I should probably have this laptop a bit higher up so it doesn't look like I'm always looking down. What can you do? Yeah. Yeah, the light will adjust like that, I think. Hey, Chest Funzo saying hi in a very funny way. Yeah, someone send me a challenge. I can play the computer again, but again, we just had a very high scoring game, and I'm happy to have won it. So if I play another game and lose, I won't be happy. And you guys like when I'm happy, I think. Pretty sure. At least most of you do. I still have an issue with the mic that I'm supposed to use. Hey, it's oxygen. It's oxygen. Yeah, the mic that I'm using is still like not working properly. So I still am using not so good of a mic, like my computer's mic. So hopefully everything's okay. As long as you can hear me. Jelamoka is making another very, how would you call this? Would I call it deep? It's a deep pun. Jalamoka's just made a deep pun. Wait a second. You can't open with the same word that the computer opened against me just now. That's not allowed. That's literally the same exact word that the computer just played as an opening play. It was also horizontal, but they played it like one off to the left. That's crazy. I've never seen Ibex played twice in a row. I mean, neither has anyone else, but whatever. That's pretty crazy. At least I still have a spot for Minerd. Domineer is not going to be as good through the E, so I'm going to do that. That's really crazy. Ibex twice in a row. And Chess Bunzo played the word Ibex yesterday in a game that we were streaming on his channel. So give Chess Bunzo a follow. Boom. How's it going, Churro? I just scheduled a YouTube video that features you in it. But it isn't like super recent. Like the footage is from like I think a month ago or something. Um, but yeah, it's our blindfold game where I opened with a phony on you. But yeah, it was like sitting in my YouTube studio because I didn't want to post it like immediately, and then I sort of forgot about it. But I've been trying to keep up with the YouTube content. How's it going, WTF? Yeah, god darn, exactly. I've been trying to keep up with the YouTube content um, during my vacation. I also have a YouTube video that features Chess Bunzo in it. That's coming out in a couple days as well. And I finally finished my coverage of the Montreal tournament back in May. And I really don't know what to do. Like, what should my next series be? Should I cover every single tournament game that I played? That would require me to cover 92 games. Just kind of sounds insane. Or should I just do the championships? Should I do the World Cup and then the SPC games? That's what I've been wondering about. I should have also been looking for bingos while I was waiting for Oxygen's move. I could just pick the interesting ones. Part of that, like, you're right that I should do that, Churro. But, like, that's sort of like, I don't know. There's something interesting about every game. But that's not what's bothering me. What's bothering me is the idea of not doing everything if I'm doing one thing. Anywho. Um, is there a bingo here with a Y? Yeah, it's OCD, of course. Your autolyzer, aleatory, orately. I don't even know. I think that might be Collins. Maybe I'll just play layer. I'll just play layer. It's layering on the board. Hey, what's up, Binac? Yeah, I knew there's. Well, you don't know that I don't cheat. You don't know that I don't cheat. I could just be like missing a bingo on purpose. Is it outlet? No, outlayer. Yeah, I know. It's a word relating to cheating. I still don't see it because it has a Y in it. Cheryl says she'll watch all the YouTube videos despite there being so many of them. Yeah, I don't know what this word is. Guess we'll have to ask the thing. Vaw comes down. Ah, good one. Good one. Adultery. Very good one. What a good joke. I don't cheat because of adultery. Okay. Just a few here for a bit more, probably. Undevout. Anyways, yeah. So I'm not really sure. I should cover the game. Well, I should cover the game that I played against Churro in Albany because that one is interesting in that I lost. I mean, that's the only thing interesting about the game is that I lost. Like, how could I lose that game? It's because I played poorly. Spoilers. Anyways, that's happening, but I have YouTube content for the next 4 days, which means I need 2 more YouTube videos if I want to post daily before I get home from the event. Um, yeah. So I'm playing the Division 2 champion of the World Cup, Jonathan Lind. So yeah, we have a lot of World Cup winners among us. We have my opponent. We have um Binac. Didn't you win something? I think Binac won something. And I'm actually in the same apartment as 2 winners of the event. The second place finisher in Division 1 and first place finisher in Division 3? I don't remember. 3, okay. Um, oh, did he call you Billy McNamara? Oh, Churro won an early bird. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'll see. I'll have to see if the Morales want to say anything other than lurking in chat during the stream. If they want to say something about their victories, $7,000 between them, and I add only a measly 600 to that number. So yeah, I guess I'm technically a winner too. 8th place. Ooh, ooh, very cool. Cam's for 57, keeping him in the game. That's got to be worth doing, I think. Um, so I can do this in response. I don't think there's going to be anything better than that. And also Wander15 is here, who came in 3rd place in the CSW division, which is arguably better than 2nd place in the NWL division. Um, yeah, finished ahead of you. Exactly. I finished ahead of strategy. Lizard oil. Ah, good idea. Or maybe it's snake oil. I forgot. But Binac won Division 3 in 2019 World Cup. Okay, well Binac's gonna win something in SPC because we're gonna be rooming together. And our room has to be a winning room. That's the law. Yeah, strategy only lost because he forfeited a game. That's true. He forfeited a game on time because he didn't realize that it was time to play. It feels so weird saying that. Like Scrabble Grandmaster doesn't know. when to play. But it's yeah, it was very sad. It was very sad. Game forfeit. You hate to see it. But yeah, lots of winners from the World Cup. I'm sure a lot of you followed the coverage of it. A lot of you are new followers. Say hi in chat if you're not too shy. But it's good to have people on this channel at the center of the best Scrabble content on the web right now. Saturday is the start of the SPC, Scrabble Players Championship in Baltimore, and yeah, coverage is going to be right here. Well, not here, like physically, but on this channel. Hello, Tarixel. Welcome. See, I knew you were there. Alright, so Jato comes down, which sort of changes my plan, potentially. I was going to play you now. Or like Ulu. I think you now. That's what I was going to do. Getting rid of both of my U's. But now with this O here, I might want to do something here. But I don't think there's anything to do. Yeah. So I think I can still play you now. Keep my O. Problem is, that spot's probably going away. We'll see. Oh yes, and Churro will be co-commentating as well during the event, which is extremely exciting. Churro's commentary debut, I think, for Scrabble. Which is very exciting. Okay, Herdix comes down, and now I'm losing. Now I'm losing. That was a very, very timely bingo. Not even using a blank. I think I just have to play like OE now. Yeah, like I have lays. I have lays for next turn. If I don't get a bingo with this sleeve. So yeah, I think this is the play. Just taking a slight lead. However, there are two S's, a blank lurking, lots of good tiles left. So we might even see a second bingo in a row here. But yes, Morris Greenberg, lead commentator, I believe, throughout the event. We love Morris. He's really just a Chad. It's great to have him commentating. I don't know what else to say about Morris other than he's a Chad. Yeah, so grad 8, of course. The second bingo in a row comes down. And now I'm in trouble. Now I might lose. Darn. Pilotage doesn't fit. How did I do this to myself? What a comeback. Lays is no longer a good play because it doesn't keep good letters, doesn't open the board. Something like Apo maybe, 23. I think I just have to play to this D. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. But what do I play? This isn't a word. Plated? No helping. I'm getting a heckler in the room telling me what to do. And now I can't make a play that I might have seen. Because of the heckler. Yeah. Maybe I should play like pot and set up an S hook that I don't have. Alright, let's try this. Let's try to draw an S. Alright, we drew well, we didn't draw an S. Morris Greenberg, yeah. No, they actually suggested Playad. And it completely screwed up my entire process of finding a finding a play there. So I blame everything on the heckler. Losing a lot of winning chances on that play. But it's okay, I don't care. I literally don't care. Let's see what happens. Now, if Oxygen has an S, but not the second S, they'll probably want to use it. But if he has both S's, both S's, I'm in trouble. This will be like, ha, I have both S's. What are you doing? So I have gaze. Yeah, he has both S's. Oh my god. Horrible. Ah. What happened this game? What should I do? Play Avant? I don't think this ever works. Hanged, maybe? This is bad. This is very bad, folks. Alright, let's try this. What? Drew the second S? How is that possible? Stroy to me, like, completely signifies that he has... No, I guess he would have played Stroy's. Ah. Maybe I should have played, like, Avant. Oh no. Now I have the Q. This game is a disaster. This is a complete and utter disaster. I should have no chance of winning this game now. I was doing so well. I opened with the bingo. I was ahead by a ton. And then, yeah, Herdix. Herdix happened. And I made a bunch of mistakes. Totally my fault. Totally my fault. Anyways, yeah. It's good to see all the new followers. If you're just joining, I am Josh. I play Scrabble. I love Scrabble. I hope you love Scrabble. What am I gonna do with this Q? I usually stream on my personal channel, Axer Typo. If you want more Scrabble, feel free to follow me. WTF doesn't like Scrabble. Jess Bunza doesn't like Scrabble. Man, rough out there. Tough crowd. Alright, maybe we can win on time or something. Probably not. Probably not. The only place I can play my Q is like here. So what am I gonna do? Cuter. Alright. So now maybe I can like try and get a Q word here. That was a very defensive play by opponent. And yeah, I've pretty much run out of time here. To do anything. I can't draw into any good Q plays. It's pretty much game over. Like, what can I even get? Other than this that I already have Quinn, which is just not good enough. I'm down 38 points. Hmm. Word. I can't figure anything out. Seems impossible to win this. Is the lighting doing the thing again? Hold on. Sorry. Da, 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 da. Yeah, like I can draw into some big plays here. Rick. Alright. Just gonna play QI here. Honestly, I'm just gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play it here. Alright, so now I'm threatening this. But it's probably not good enough. Sequin? Nah. I don't think that's a better try. What? What are you talking about, Will? I'm so confused. Like, sequin is 32. Eh, maybe that's a better try. Oops. Okay, so 1 is the play, blocking fees. And yeah, I don't really have anything else. Like, if I could play off PLENS, that would be nice. I could maybe take him by surprise. I can do this. Should I do this first, or should I play off? The problem is, okay, I'm down 42. So I'm not winning if he makes like any good play. If I play Fez, can I steal this game somehow? I don't think so. If I play in Clasp, I mean, he's just gonna play like Gore for 10, I think. Or maybe not. Alright, let's try this. Hey, change the thing. 2022 Scrabble Players Championship live stream. Presented by Scrabble Go. Indeed it is. Yeah, no, as long as it's the it's not the Word Cup one that was there earlier. Alright, let's see what he does here. I think if he just plays like anything, he wins. So now I'm down 25. So all he has to do is make a play that, I don't know. Yeah, that's good enough. Close game. Alright, I lost by 7. Yeah. I totally messed this game up. I should have seen Alaped or Elapid to this D. But yeah. CSW finals may be on NAS, but YouTube. Really? They're gonna have 2 rigs? Are you sure they're gonna have 2 rigs? That would be pretty impressive. Okay, good game. Should have won this one. But it was a very interesting game. Well done to the Div 2 national champion. Okay, who else wants to play? Binac? Oh yeah, that's a good. We can run a prediction for like. We can run a prediction for one full day of play about if Will is going to play any CSW only words. But we'd probably rather run predictions for like the games at hand. But yeah, good game, Luckboxland. And congrats again on your victory in the Word Cup. Definitely showing your chops that game. Alright, so we're playing Slick Guest, who I think is Binac, but I'm not sure. Starts off with a bingo. Starts off with a bang. So here I probably want to get rid of AOF. Unless there's a bingo that I'm missing. Yeah. I think I want to play OF here. I want to play it above the C so that I can still make bingos from this C. So if I play it below, the C is blocked pretty much. I could also play Fado. Sacrifice a lot of points to be extremely aggressive. But there's no need for that. Hey, yo, bro. I got 8th. Disappointing, but at least in the money. Alright, so we drew 2 more A's. But that might be okay. I feel like there's at least one 8-letter word I could have here. I don't know, is it a... Is it a, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I'm disappointed in 8th because the last 2 national championships I got 7th. Alright, so HAUT comes down. But yeah, at least it was placing. I got lucky that I placed. Is there a 6-letter word here? I don't see it. Alright, so do I play off AA? That seems kind of wrong. I play like canal. Oath blocks his bingo, of course. I had a bingo through this. Wait, I'm confused. I have a bingo through the D or the E? Or through the through the E, through the C, analecta. Okay. Yeah, analecta is a word. Alright, so should I play like AA? It's not, no, that can't be right. I think I'm gonna play canal. I could also play like, yeah, I think I'm gonna play canal. Yeah, analecta, great word. Alright, great draw for me. I have a host of bingos now. What I'm gonna be looking for is one that makes a double-double here. And I already see a Collins word for all you Collins heads. I don't see... Just making sure this isn't a word. I should know that, but... Electreon. Wow. Yeah, I saw Panatella. If I somehow was gifted with a P in open space, I would have been able to play Panatella. Alright, guys, we got triples galore here. Choose your pick. Or maybe there's only 3. I think there's like 4. Berettas, Bratis, Bratier. What was the other one I was thinking of? I don't know, but they're all pretty much the same. What should I play? Bratis. I'm gonna play Bratier. The other Bratier? But then my Zanier would score 2 fewer. Oh yeah, I imagine. That was such a good rack that there were probably tons of 9s available. But yes, we have tripled and we're only ahead by 55. So it's still a game. I have some nice Z options. Just drop it here. I'm gonna sneeze. Apologies. I didn't have time to mute there. Thank you. I think I'm just gonna play Zanier. Could there be anything better than that? I don't think so. Of course, VU is not the best leave in the world. It's actually pretty low on the list. But 70 points is 70 points. You would do it too. I'm telling you, you'd do it too. Or you should do it too. Oh my god. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me with this. Is he actually getting away with this? He's just played Adieu, which we call a content play, with 4 S's and 1 X and 1 blank that can be used to hook it. And I have none. None. None of those letters. So what am I supposed to do? I think I just have to leave it. I honestly think that I guess I could play Gutty and sort of block it a bit. That's seeming okay. It's either that or I think I exchange all 7, yeah. If I exchange all 7, he's probably gonna have no choice but to play there. I guess my wonder is how likely is he to have the X already? I don't think it's that likely. If he has the X already, he needs to play XI now, which is pretty likely. Exchange, but whatever I exchange, it'll just say swap. I don't think they've fixed that yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Or maybe I'm gonna play Gouty? What's worse, VUT? No, there are lots of consonants out. Okay, I'm gonna play Gutty. And try to block it a little bit. Alright, I drew an S. So if he doesn't go there, I'm gonna go there. I'm sure he's so happy that he managed this against me. But I don't think it'll be enough to win the game. Okay, so Stony comes down, I'm up 42. And I think I've just gotten a bingo here. Yeah. Great. Alright, it didn't work out, bro. It didn't work out, but it was very nice while it lasted. I'm telling you guys, content plays, underrated. Underrated for sure. Camboose. So Quinn comes down. There's probably some amazing play here. Nice, Luckboxland. I hope the game is like online that I can see it. Oh, he blocked me? I didn't even see what he blocked. Hmm? Are you talking again? When you're not supposed to exist. If I'm streaming, you're not supposed to exist. If you're gonna say you gotta come over here and exist because people can't see you or hear you. Ammo ebic. Yeah, nice. Right, chat? If someone's gonna heckle me from inside the room, they have to show themselves to the stream. Not Sid, no. All right. Play boom. I want to play like here. It's probably the best play, but I'm just too scared of getting tripled on. Yeah, exactly, guys. Um, all right. What to do? Just anything. Just mob. Let's do mob. Ah, what happened to my C? There it is. Wake Rife. That doesn't even work. Wisecrack. Cake wife? Cake wise? Cake wise. That should be a word. It's probably the name of some dessert shop somewhere. Um, hmm. Oh, okay. The heckler is in chat. The heckler's in chat, guys. Tricky Ricky 1113 is very close to me right now. You have to go through the buffet cake-wise. Very nice. Very nice joke, Sinbad. Okay, well now I can just play here. But maybe there's like... Yeah, I'm just gonna play cake. I want to have my cake and play it too. Ha. That's what that does. That deserved a little ha like that. Eric with a K. Oof. Eric with a K. I met an Eric with a K in St. Louis who's getting into Scrabble. I suggested he learn the two-letter words. That's why I suggest to you, if you don't know the two-letter words, better learn those. Those are the most important thing. All right, well, we're going to bingo now. I was gonna play Quine. What am I doing? So ringers. Could also play down here if I want to. Now the bag is empty. And I'm up 469, nice, to 311. So this is going to be a nice win for the home crowd. Hate to see it after such a great content play of Adieu. Hate to see it. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you need to not play digit and open a triple. Or maybe that was the right play. I bet it was probably better to play digit from the D. Who knows? Hey, CL! Is it really that dark? That you're saying who's that streamer? I'm trying to make it light enough. Doing what I can here. Okay. If it's dark, just let me know and I'll just go like this and it should fix it. Does that fix anything? Oh, thank you, Jello Evil Josh. I mean, I guess I could turn more lights on. I don't know if that'll help though. But yeah, shout out to CL Smith, who hasn't played a game of Scrabble on stream in a while. And I know why that is, and so I'm not mad about it, but it's still a thing. It is still a thing. And Wander15, tell me something. When is your next stream on your channel? Yeah, he hasn't played Geo either, that's true. Okay, Fe comes down. He wants to go out with Porno. He wants to play Porno next. And who am I to stop him? Like, if I stop him from playing Porno, he's gonna stop me from playing JO. I know why it is. You're trying to get partnered on Twitch. So if you play Scrabble on when you're a chess streamer, you're just gonna get fewer viewers. So that's why you haven't been playing Scrabble on stream. You know it. You know it. Wander15 will stream again in August and beyond. Okay, so you get a shout out. People, go and follow Wander15. Then, alright, JO, you go out with your Porno and catch me with a lot of tiles to finish 369 to 519 or 501. At least I kept 500. Good game. Good game, who I think was Billy, but maybe wasn't. Now we get to play Churro. Physics will stream up to August. Okay, shout out to Physics. I haven't seen Physics stream in a while. But that might just be me. Alright, good game, Binac. Nice content play. It should not have worked, but it did. Alright, now we're playing Churro. Competition's getting even fiercer. Technically it's going down, I think. But that's probably not the actual truth of the matter. Alright, Exodus, nice play. I think I'm just gonna play Haj. What could be better than that? Oh, maybe I could play like this. Hello to 5crab13 in chat. If I play Opa, I might get a J-bomb, but I'll probably most likely just get hit with a big overlap. Strategy says, I wonder how long it'll take before people call for my retirement from Scrabble. What? You are retired from Scrabble, Strategy. Who's calling for your retirement? You're clearly retired. Alright, ailerons. That's the highest probability bingo. Or aileron is. Other than aneroid. So that's a good find. What am I trying to play? AHE, that's not a word. Guess I have to play like gap here. Unless there's some bingo. ACEGOROPRT. Port, cage port. Am I dark again? Oh. You just mean when I lose. Okay. You didn't mean that, like, I was dark again. See, you confused me there. Physics. Hey, Surfink. Do I have a bingo through one of these vowels? I don't think I do, but I could. Should I fish for X or typo? Look how close I am to my own name. Too bad I can't play it. I'm 2 letters away from my name. It's pretty good. All right. I think I'm gonna play Gap here. Two letters away from Josh. Hmm. All right, so I'm down 47, but I'm playing perfectly. What to do? Out Grace. Grouter. Toucher. Grouch. Gotcher. Is Gotch? No, Scotchies is a word. I have Jogger. Out Jogger? Nah, it's not a word. I guess there's no such thing as an in jogger. Oh, thank you, Surfing. I'll attempt to use all of that good luck for myself, but it probably won't work. Do I have to keep my G? We'll see. We'll see what Churro plays. Out charge. Out Grace. Out Cager. Again, I might be missing something. Ah, yes, Binac could use the luck as well. As long as me and or Binac and or our other roommate get all the luck, I'm happy. All right. So do I play quarter? It feels so wrong to keep a G. That's my highest score. Block Jogger. All right, drew blank. See what happens. Give you all the luck? Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as I get like 10% of your winnings. Scrabble says quarter is only 9 points because you only get a quarter of 36. That is definitely by far the worst pun of the night. But congratulations. 115 got 13, third. Third. We have lots of winners in chat. Active. Stop scoring, Churro. Oh my goodness. It's not fair. You do that scoring thing. What am I supposed to do? I can't score with this G. I have to play something like Yao. Can I play MY anywhere? I guess I could play MY. That score is the best that I can see. I'm going to play Twig. I could play Kum. Just for the fun of it. I have to keep this G again? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't know about this. Alright, let's try this. Hopefully draw some bingo through some tile. Alright, what a draw. Shadow Josh? Fix. Finito! Nice play. Nice play by Churro. Jim. Oh! Mopo is right. I had the word Jim. I didn't even see it. I should have played that for sure. Even though it opens a triple. All right. So let's find a bingo here that scores well. We have Westing for 81. I really do want to find something through this E. Like winget. That were a word. What else? Yeah, I don't see it. I think I'll just play Westing then. Oh, well, yeah, that was like the only spot to play. Okay, am I dark again? No, I'm good. That was like my only spot to play it, I think. Wait, Wander 15, are you saying you like this channel or you like the game? I'm up 12 points. And Kite comes down. Seems like a forced play. I should play Fern, probably. Get rid of some consonants. Yeah, this looks right. Submit. Alright, second blank, but no vowels. So, yeah, it seems like what I would call a balanced draw of both bad and good. Just a very polarized draw. Yes, I do have the word virile in multiple spots. A very useful word when you have a V and lots of consonants. Extremely good word. I once played finito as an outplay. I was very proud of myself. Alright, so this is a very pivotal position. Because my play of virile that was like clearly the best play in the position was just blocked. I can still play virile as mentioned. However, the likelihood of Churro having an S is somewhat high here. So I could get completely burned for this. I could just be giving Churro a spot for a bingo that she didn't have. So instead I could play something like Lev. Which the problem with that is, again, if she has like a bingo, it's probably through this E. And yeah. Once this E goes away, I might be in trouble. Yeah, suggestion of perv is also valid. I think I'm just gonna play virile and hope for the best. Hopefully she has too many vowels. I don't know if I drew anything. Oh, I think I see one thing that I have. I need to find a bingo through this E as backup. I spunk. I punks. Punk eyes. UPDMs. Yeah, I don't know that I have anything through this E. Super yen. So OE, just blocking. I wish this were a word. un undeploys. Hilo. Ay, ay, ay. There might be a word here. It really might be. But yeah, she did have a lot of vowels as I expected. Loop. Pilo. I'm so close to things. I don't see them. Alright. I think I had this word do just as a bingo, yeah. It was blocked. Alright, I think I'll play yups. Could also play like speen? No, that's not a word. That's not a word either. Okay. What if I play like this? Could also, yeah, I think I'm just gonna play yups. Yeah. Alright, trying all consonants. What is, like, so weird? There's so many vowels left. Snow up is not in CL, no. Is it? Okay, did I not draw into a bingo through this E? Milliner. Men. That's crazy. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, EELLMNR blank. I'm gonna put it in the chat for us all to work on. This game is too close for comfort. I'm down 1 point. But no helping, chat, no helping. I might just have to play Elm and MY. Fix. Oh my god. That was very unexpected. Now I definitely need to bingo to win. Wow. What a huge play. Not feeling very good about this game. Schindler's List. Oh, it doesn't even work. Yeah, so let's find a bingo through this E. That's what we need to be doing. Enrich. Hairline. I'm gonna put this in chat again. C. Children. T. E. F. G. H. Okay, I have hairline through the A. I have hairline through the A. Yeah, so she blocked a triple triple, but I've been looking for other stuff. I'm looking for other stuff because I was pretty sure she was blocking it, so. Um, EEHILNR blank. Where was I? FGHIJKLM hemliner NOP QRS TUVW. XYZ. Yeah, no, I was just using my time wisely. I don't know if I should play Hairline because she has an S, she's just gonna score way too much. I think I can't bingo here. Um, huh. Unless there's like a hello word or something. Why is position so complicated against Churro? I just want to win easily. Um, yeah. All right, let's just play het. Oh, forgot about this line. Yeah, inhaler there seems right. Ouch. There was too many things to look for. You see, you guys were all like, oh my god, triple, 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 triple. And I was like, no, I need to look for other things. And then even when she blocked, you guys were like, oh my god, triple, 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 triple. And I wasn't looking everywhere. It's all your fault, chat. All your fault. I blame you completely. Inhaler was much better than my play. Because what Inhaler does is it leaves 3 in the back, which is perfect. Now she might block this E, blocking what I see as a bingo. And again, I'm going to be in this weird situation. Rain. Or I have to like bingo somewhere weird. Okay, she doesn't. So that's 58. I'm down 45. It's gonna be really close. I think here I need to play the bingo. Down 13 in an endgame. It's gonna be extremely close. Because if I don't play here, she's gonna block this E, probably. And I can't really... I could... Okay. I guess I could get away with this. I could maybe get away with this. So I could still draw bingos here. Even draw 9s. I can draw from the E. Like if an S is in the bag, which is what I need to win the end game, an S is going to be in the bag here too. Maybe I play Rill. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. I think I shouldn't bingo again. I think I need to forego the bingo again. Play something like Rill or Lore. Alright. That's a good draw. I hope she doesn't have sweeties or something. Because now I have aeration. It's hard to imagine that going away. And now I have ailerons like she had earlier. That's pretty funny. Alright, very good. We got there in the end. That might have been the only bingo, though. Oh yeah, she could have had wetsuits as well. What a crazy game. I have 4 went bingos 2 turns in a row. But look at my last rack churro. I had nowhere to play aileron. Everyone's accusing me of cheating. What? Yeah, it's true. I've been cheating because chat's been helping me out. But I think Churro knows. It's very hard to play when chat is like saying a bunch of stuff that changes your thought process. Yeah, that was my only bingo. Very lucky. I might have lost if I had played Loriners. But I certainly would have won, I think, after Inhaler. Alright, yeah, good game, Churro. Very close one. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I missed I missed a bingo when I played Het. I don't know if I would have seen it. I think I would have seen it in a normal game. I hope I would have seen it. But other than that, that was a very interesting game. I barely won with both blanks. Churro is too strong. Whew. All right, who wants to play? Anyone else want to play? I'm aching for more Scrabble, even though I'm about to play 31 games in Baltimore, Maryland. So, yeah, looking forward to you guys enjoying the coverage of the event on this here channel while I play and suffer immense stress and anxiety, which is of course the only bad thing about playing in these events is there is some stress and anxiety. However, everything else about Tournament Scrabble makes up for it and way, way more. And yeah, Churro's gonna be commentating. Wander 15 is gonna be playing. He'll be featured for sure. For sure, for sure. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be extremely hot. It's extremely hot everywhere in the world right now, I think. It's gonna be extremely hot in Baltimore. So we're probably just gonna stay inside. Wander 15 is going 0-7 on the first day. Interesting prediction. Should I make that prediction right now? Should I make the prediction about Wander 15's record? Start prediction. What will Wander 15's record be on day 1? So they're playing 7 games, I think. And I'm going to say the Believers, it's 6-0 or better. That's what I'm going to say. 6-0 or better. So better than 5-0. Or sorry, better than 5-2. I don't know what I'm saying. 6-1, 7-0. That's the first one. What about, and then the second one will be 3 and 4 up to 5 and 2. And the third one will be worse than 3 and 4. And let's make that a 30-minute prediction. I think this will work. 76 in California? Are you serious? So this is the first day. So this is happening Saturday. I'm gonna predict 5 and 2 or better. How much should I predict? I have 16,000 points. I'm gonna predict 10,000 points. That Wander 15's record is going to be 6 and 1 or 7 and 0. There you go. So you guys have amazing odds now. Amazing odds to vote for anything other than that. Because 5 and 2 is a good record. Like, anybody should be pretty happy with 5 and 2 on day one. Of course, 6 and 1, 7 and 0, that's better, but Wander will be 6 and 9 plus 420. 3 and 4 plus 880. Interesting. Interesting ideas. So yeah, the first is 6 and 1 or 7 and 0. The second is 3 and 4, 4 and 3, or 5 and 2. I guess I should have made this a lot more digestible. Someone voted 420 points on worse than 3 and 4. You put in 9K between all of your accounts. Okay, so this is the sort of prediction people like to make. And hey, we have a ton of equity right now going into this prediction. However, there's still 28 minutes left to predict, so good luck, everybody. But yeah, channel points don't have much more of a use on this channel unless you want to unlock emotes and you're not subscribed. Ooh, voice crack. Hey, it's Kayla, not Kristen. Yes, Sir Fink. But on the first day, they're going to be sorting through the kinks. So on the first day, there's going to be a lot of, probably a lot of like little issues with the stream. And as a result, they're probably not going to be thinking about making predictions. So I'm making this prediction. If they want to get rid of it, they're going to have you guys to contend with. You guys who put in so many points. No, I'm just saying like that people are the stream team, the Dream stream team is going to be dealing with the things that happen on the first day of streaming an event. And I have a lot of experience knowing that there's a lot of little things that need to be dealt with. So those are little kinks. And eventually they'll get everything running perfectly, and then they'll be able to do things such as predictions, I think. Redeem InfiniWords parameters. We could do some InfiniWords, maybe, if no one else wants to play. Oh, but that's just a response to Wander 15's question, what should channel points do on this channel? Fair enough. Yeah. Take over commentary for tournament streams. What does that mean? Like, if you have enough channel points, you get to commentate? Yeah, it's not that easy. Definitely not that easy. All right, let's see. if we should play a match here against the pool. See if anybody is available for a match. Should be. I've seen a lot of people playing. I've seen some streamers on this website as well. But maybe not. Maybe there's no fair match. Maybe I'm just outmatched, or everyone else is outmatched. Aha! There we go. 1629. All right. Let's see how 1629 plays. Oh. What did they say? You too. Very nice. All right, let's play Zep. Oh, we're not first. Fair. I thought we were first. All right, Whale. Whale is the opening play. Whale Anderson. What should we do? Whiz. We have Swale and Whales. So, yeah, maybe I just play Whiz. Or I could play Zap again. That scores less. I'm gonna play Whiz. Ooh, I don't think this is a word. Okay. Peninis. Hey, what's up, Dustin? You got here so late. I matched somebody in the pool. Do you want to play? Is that a match request? I don't even know. Alright. So this is awkward. What am I supposed to do now? I play like penne? Let's do that. I'm probably gonna get hit hard here. The U or an O play. Yeah, I wish I could do simuls. One day I'll be able to do simuls on this website. Close to Joe Biden's. That's true. I'm close to a lot of things if you put your minds to figuring that out. You guys are so imaginative with your suggestions. Alright, so if nothing happens, I have job here. Not with O penne. No, not with O penne. So I have a job. Oh, my opponent has a devil. So I think the devil overrides the job. So I'm gonna play jibe. S Joe. Yes. Is there a word here? It's not a word. Road. I feel like there might be a word here. I almost have like horseweeds. That's probably a word. Horseweeds. I think I'll just play like so. Reshods. Shored. Horse. Huh. Alright. Do I want to do this? Yeah, sure. Yeah, horseweed is a word. I could have fished for that, I guess. Ah, shoulders is a word in Collins. Good to know. It's close to dinner time, but not quite. Um, hmm. I guess I just play wind. Hmm. I'm not drawing into my bingos. What's going on? How come? I normally hit every single one of my fishes. Just not tonight. Fur. I guess FE is my play right now. Regans if I get an A. Not in that spot. So look at this play. It's so dangerous. Exactly, Jellamocos. Should I just play green? Seems wrong. Seems like there should be, I guess, just free. Alright. That looks good. I have to remember my high probs now. Oh, swapped. Okay. Anti-logs, negations, gelations. What are high probability words? Lassoing, slogany, gasoline. Okay, found it. All right, will opponent resign? We'll see. What do they say? Lucky draw. Free gasoline. Wouldn't that be great? Opponent seems very, very kind, congratulating me on my play. We like to see that. I have these like interesting overlaps here. Ah, they're blocked. Um, what should I do? Just play here? Probably. Yeah, I was thinking of that, Mopo. Wait, there is another word? Wait, you weren't sure of what? Oh, heart free. Yeah, I know that word. That's a great play, though. I didn't see it. 6, 8, 10, 45. Huh. I feel like this is maybe not better because it gives back the triple. Interesting. Um, hmm. Guess I'll play Trode. Who knows? Oh, I don't have an E anymore. Never mind. Right. Or I don't know. What should I do here? Just fold, aloft, floata, float. Wow, what a draw. Poor opponent. Getting totally outdrawn. Maybe I'll still have time to play Dustin. Fish for an E. Ah, because of Floriats, of course. Axerts. Yeah, true. I have Axerts. Should I open a gas station called Axerts Gasoline? Ah, crud. Okay, using the blank. Interesting. Alright, I played Axe. That's good enough. And look at this rack. Look at this crazy rack. Ah, extracts. Yep, that was a word. Yeah, Scrabble cheats. How could he find that word without cheating? Retinas gasoline. I want to play Retinas, but there's no spot for Retinas right now. I don't think there was a column M bingo. Mopo wondering if I could play a word ending in E last turn. I feel like that one I would have seen pretty quickly if it were possible. Alright, let's play Agrestic. And we almost draw into Bouquet. Yeah, poor opponent. It's pretty ridiculous. Is it time to retains gasoline? Yeah. Oof. It's fun to chat with people. Like when I started playing online, I didn't know anybody. So I was just chatting with opponents and sometimes we had good conversations and yeah, it's this person just seems so kind and wholesome. Like these are the people that like I would play and be like, wow, this person is someone I should play more often because they're just like they're super kind. They're really like they're really good at like losing gracefully. I wasn't good at that. I've never been good at that. It's just it's very laudable that people can lose so gracefully. Um, all right, let's play Bode. Or no, let's just play Toke. Um, did I just draw into Ambroid? I did. Please block it. I'd feel so bad playing this. Yeah. This is what happens when Dustin is late. Dustin doesn't send me a challenge. And yeah, you release me into the wild, into the Play Scrabble worldwide pool. And I just, yeah, I cannot be contained. Oh, what's that quote from that tennis player who lost like 14 games in a row or something, and then won his 15th game? I'm probably making up the numbers and say, it's like, let that be a lesson. Nobody beats me 15 times in a row. Um, yeah. What is that quote from? What should I tell my opponent? Like, I really appreciate my opponent's kindness. Um, Andy Roddick? I don't think that was Andy Roddick. It was someone else. Oh, who do you think you are? I am? No, that's a bowling quote. Oh, I'm playing Dustin. Yeah, there are many reasons for which I'd be extremely surprised if that were the case. Um, yeah, that's a bowling quote. It's like this bowling master who would get a bit worked up at times. And one time he won this game, this controversial game, and he was like, "Who do you think you are? I am." Just like, what? What are you saying? What does that even mean? All right, 536 to 25. Dustin, your turn. Come on. I play this game fast to get to play Dustin. It means that whoever you think you are, he actually is. That's actually probably what that means, CL. Yeah, that sounds about right. Code Gramps. What a legend. If you ever see Code Gramps on this website, that's probably the nicest person on the website right now. All right, Dustin, good luck. So he was actually a child. What? You're not a child. Are you a child? 5 Crab 13. Aren't you like 17 or something? I wouldn't consider that a child. Um, oh, you're responding to Sir Fink. Sir Fink says he was yelling at a child. Yeah, I think there was like somebody in the stands that was like bothering him as a child. Oh man, people get worked up. What can I say? I get worked up, not luckily I haven't gotten worked up to the point of yelling at a child. Hopefully that'll never happen. But I am uploading a YouTube video in a few days of a game where I think I legitimately cried after losing it. But that was like 9 years ago. All right, so mana is the opening play. So what should we do here? Should we play like something defensive, like today for 27? We play that on either side of mana. Also play downwards for for 2 fewer points. Daytona. Close. Close to that wreck. Alright, let's play today. And draw 3 eyes. Nice. Yeah, there's some amazing sports quotes. Definitely. Yeah, I still don't know who to attribute the tennis quote that I mentioned to. It was like a long time ago. It's a nice quote. Oh, Surfing says I mean nice when I speak of drawing 3 eyes, of course. Very good. You guys are just coming in hot with the Scrabble puns. Much appreciated. So yeah, the issue, like, if today weren't a noun that takes an S, I might have preferred to play it on top because that would have prevented bingos ending in S from scoring well. Okay. So I think this is an exchange. Oh, I guess I should, no, I guess this is the play. Ibis for 19. That's probably better than exchange. Even though it gets rid of my S, it keeps an okay leave. The sleeve is slightly negative in value, but it's not really that bad. And if I were to keep INS, which is probably my best 3 letters to keep, that's only like a leave valued at like maybe 12 points or something. So yeah, it seems pretty close. I think this is slightly better. But yeah, exchanging keeping INS is also an option there. You keep the N for moan, or the S for Mose, and you might bingo a decent amount in this spot. Alright, I've drawn into this interesting word here, oogony. There's also some vowel dumping plays here. Goofy, can't be worth playing. Guess there's like foy. That seems really bad as well. Yeah, so we'll just have to see what Dustin does here. I'd be very happy to play off oogony. Oogony, however you want to pronounce it. But this is going to be my last game of the stream. And probably the last stream on this channel until the Scrabble Players Championship starts on Saturday morning. So, yeah, really excited. We just got finished playing a championship in the Chicago area where I am right now. Baltimore, Maryland is next. Some of the best Scrabble players in the world facing off. And you guys get to watch. Or if you're also playing like me, you get to play. The prediction is almost over. There's like 5 minutes left to the prediction. Right now we have a lot of people that think Wander 15, Will Anderson. GM, Billy Bob Anderson. Rated 21 something. Coming in as the top seed at the Scrabble Players Championship in the North American Lexicon. 53,520 points have been given to the scenario of him being 3 and 4, 4 and 3, 5 and 2, and everything in between, as in ties also. And other than that, 29,000, almost 30,000 channel points are for 6 and 1 or 7 and 0. I honestly think the likeliest scenario is that he'll be 6 and 1, but 5 and 2 is possible, 4 and 3 is possible, 3 and 4 is very unlikely, but also possible. But I think people are getting good equity. Those that think he'll be worse, they're predicting he'll be worse than 3 and 4. But I think right now, if you're voting for, yeah, there you go, 10,000 more points for better than 5 and 2. I think that's more of an appropriate distribution of channel points. 40,000, 53, 54,000, and 430. All right, so Flub comes down. I still have Yogan. Why isn't it typing? Is my keyboard's working. Okay, let's refresh. Hopefully I can type now. Yeah, if we put in, how much is it exactly? 2,451 points for 42,069. All right, we can type again. Very nice. All right, Yogan is the play. I don't think I'm bingoing, but these 7 letters do form some 8-letter words like Matalote. But I find it hard to believe I'm going to get a T. out in space. Oatmeal, yeah. I welcome all fake suggestions, and I shun real suggestions. That's how this channel works. Except when you're watching live over the board Scrabble, when you're free to suggest anything and everything that you see, and you're actually recommended. If you don't suggest anything, you're missing an opportunity to express yourself. All right, Yod comes down. And I know a lot of you say, well, I don't know Scrabble. There's so many better players. Yeah, fair enough. But if you make a poor play suggestion, that's a great opportunity for people to learn, especially for you. And that's the only way I learned. You know, just making a ton of terrible plays. That's how I learned. So I encourage people to not be afraid to ask potentially silly questions. Because how else will you learn? Maliote. Meat flow. Great suggestions, guys. I think I'm gonna play something like team. I'm not happy just keeping these vowel heavy leaves. Yeah, meatloaf, good one. Molto. That's even more vowel heavy than the other one. Alright. I'm gonna play foam. Am I gonna play that? I'll play team. Alright. Still have some balance here. I've just set up a spot for my own W that I just drew. That spot goes away, it's gonna get a bit more difficult to find plays. I could do something like wolves for 38. Potentially. Oops. Ah. What happens? What happened to this page? No! I have to refresh again. Sorry, guys. Ah. That's never happened. Being unable to scroll. Ah, it's still a thing. I messed something up. Now my board, part of my board is missing. Huh. I can no longer scroll up. That is very problematic. I might have to play with a, yeah. I might have to play with a handicap. Okay, now it seems to be working. Okay. Orange Hate. Thank you for, was that a subscription? I don't know what just happened. I think there was a follow or something. Okay, well thanks for following Orange Hate. That's what I thought it was. But then strategy said subscription. I thought he knew the difference. Alright, crit comes down. I think they're just gonna play wolves. I'm glad I fixed that. Oh my god. That is the most insane draw I've ever had. To AIU? You've got to be joking. That's crazy. That's the best possible draw I could have had. That's absolutely bonkers. Alright, well, what can I say? Bowing. Ridiculous. Completely insane. Alright, let's see if I have something through the C. Quince. Why? It might not be the absolute nuts as you would say in poker, but it's so good. I mean, I'm gonna bingo. Antiquinate. Um, okay. Well, he blocked the worst of my stuff, I think. Yeah. But it's still ridiculous. I think I'll just play Queen 8. Unless I'm missing something. Equitant. ACEINQU blank. This helps me. Ah, that makes perfect sense, Orange Hate. That story checks out. That sounds very reasonable. All right, let's do Queen 8. I don't want to play up here because it's dangerous, but I'm going to do it anyway for content. Oh, wait. That doesn't put a real letter. Alright, content. Let's play for content. Ah, yes, that was it. Pecans. You know what? Like, I was really close to finding that Scrabble, okay? I thought about the P and I was like, oh, I don't have pratique. I would have seen that. I would have seen that if I didn't miss it. Yeah, there are a lot of orange lovers, Orange Hate, in the Scrabble community. Two notable ones. Jason Keller, as Jellimokus just mentioned, is a huge fan of the color orange. Um, and myself, I love orange. It's my favorite color. Um, I don't wear it ever, but I love it. So you're very welcome here. I don't know if anybody else actually hates the color orange. Hopefully nobody does. But while I'm streaming, you are welcome to love and share your love of the color orange. CL Smith is banned forever. Lockbox Lint also doesn't like orange. What is going on with you people? Like the fruit, hate the color. Listen, Orange Hate, I'm with you here. If it gets too hateful in chat, I'm dropping the mod hammer. We have 3 people saying they don't like orange. How could you not like orange? It's the perfect color. Pecans. So I guess that was like the best draw ever. I had pecans for 104. But yeah, I think when I was a kid I would wear orange, but after a while I was just like, nah, I can't do this. No can do. Which is really bad. I want to get to a point in my life where I'm comfortable with what I love. And this is the start. Streaming Scrabble. I'm comfortable that I love Scrabble. I'm comfortable with the fact that I love Scrabble. So I'm streaming it. I'm showing the world, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. Chess Bunzo subbing for 6 months saying orange. And thank you for following Bustin' Silhouettes. Should you play out Eats? Of course you should. Yeah, thank you for resubbing Chess Bunzo for 6 months. Now that is devotion. Alright. Think I'm gonna bingo again. It's good to bingo multiple times. You do it for 1 or 15, not for me? That's okay. Sakaton. Sakaton, Sabaton. Lots of words. But I'm saying, if you love something, show the world. As long as it is something wholesome, like Scrabble or Orange. Yeah, let's see what Dustin comes up with. He's very low on time already. Which is, he's no stranger to the time pressure. Is there like exact? I almost have exactions. Or like exo something, but feto is not a word. Alright, we had some content for 2 turns, but both triple triples have pretty much been blocked now. Hey, bustin' silhouettes. Using those Lafong emotes. Love to see some chess emotes in this chat. I have used that emote more times than I can count. Welcome in. It's good to have you. It's good to have anybody that likes chess in a Scrabble stream for once. There's just too many chess streams, don't you think? Exactly, Orange Hate. Causes no harm to anyone or anything, love away. The S hook? Yeah, that's not a thing. Oh, that's how you found me? What? Wow. And now you followed me all the way to the Scrabble channel. Well, I am honored. We love Eric Rosen over here. I was just in St. Louis. We just had a great time. Played some tennis, some Scrabble, some chess. Yeah. Eric is a national treasure. Let's see. Let's see. I can just play like Zine. That's no fun. I think I want to play Lutz. Gotta block that G, right? No, I just want to keep a vowel just in case I need it. Now I have another bingo, Panniers. He just blocked it. How could he do something like that? Yeah, I'm with you there, Orange Hate. So he just blocked Panniers. Naperies. Oh, there's probably some crop extensions. Oh no. Another E. Bumper crop? What? What? What kind of a word is that? Right, I'm definitely playing Joe. Oh no, maybe I'm playing G. I wasn't fishing for anything in particular. Alright, Dustin. Dustin's gonna have to make a move here. No pressure. But he just made a lot of moves very quickly. Now he's just slowed down. Aglet, okay. Aha. That's a bingo rack. But do I have 2 spots? Do I have 2 spots for this? I think I only have 1 spot. Yeah, that's close. That's close to a couple words aren't shape. There's this one. Alright. So we did get a spot. A second spot. Let's play Therians. And we win. 495 to 344. Sharecrop. Ah, yes. That's what you meant, Scrabble. I know that word. That's a great word. Alright. Well played, Dustin. I just drew too many blanks. I am so bad at Scrabble. I agree. Anyways, wrapping things up, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the new followers. Stay tuned. Seriously, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Scrabble content. All day on this channel. I wish I could watch it all, but I'm playing. So, yeah. You guys behave yourselves in chat, of course, as always. Have a good time. Learn some words. Make some friends. And yeah, just keep enjoying Scrabble. So thanks for being here. I'll see you guys the very least next Thursday, but hopefully I will be featured. You'll see me live in the flesh, even though you're already sort of doing that. But it's sort of like more live when I'm actually playing it, a live Scrabble game, I think. And I can't interact with you. But yes, I'm going to find someone to raid, so if you want to keep watching some great Twitch content, stay tuned. And that's all for me, guys. Later.